Hi, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. In an earlier clip, I shared a little bit from the book Reinvent Yourself, a lesson in personal leadership. A story about a man named Wayne Peterson who, with the help of a career counselor, learns to truly turn his life around. At age 52, he was let go from his job. He was angry and bitter and dismissive initially of any help whatsoever. You know, the pride and the ego were getting in the way. Carter came along and had a way of intriguing him enough to open him up and coach him constructively. And so I'm going to continue this chapter because if you're searching for more meaning and purpose in your life, you might take note of a few things here in this next section, if you will. So it comes up the section Know Your Purpose. And in an earlier assignment, Carter, the outplacement consultant, had given Wayne an assignment, an overnight assignment. So this picks up where that assignment left off. The house is dark, and this is Wayne now from his perspective. The house is dark, but for one dim light hanging over the kitchen table. Hunched over a stack of papers, I begin reviewing the notes I've made to myself. It's after midnight, my eyes are starting to lose focus. This is so unlike me. I don't know what it is about Carter Johnson, but he definitely has my attention. After talking to him on the phone, I finished painting my cabinet doors. That took me until about 10 o'clock. Then I started making notes to myself on some of the questions he gave me. Now I can hardly keep my eyes open. I lay my head down on the stack of papers for a moment to rest. ... I wake suddenly to the sound of footsteps. What on earth are you doing? Annette, this is Wayne's wife, asks, shuffling into the kitchen. Have you been up all night? I couldn't sleep, I explained, my eyes squinting to focus on the clock. It's 6:30 a.m. I've got a lot on my mind. I'll bet that hurts, she chuckles, while pouring us both a cup of coffee. Fortunately, she set the automatic timer on the coffee maker last night. I ignore the comment. So what are you writing? Just some ideas about my future, I mumble. Nothing to get too excited about. Annette shuffles over and sits down next to me at the kitchen table. Mind if I take a look? I pull the paper away. It's nothing really, just some ideas. Come on, Wayne, she persists. Try me. I look into her sincere eyes and slowly slide the paper over to her. Annette knows how to play tough, but deep down, she is a very compassionate woman. What's this, 5 wishes? She reads through my list. My 5 limitless wishes. Number 1, to have my family back together again. Number 2, to be financially independent. Number 3, to have my own successful business. Number 4, to be physically fit and energetic. And number 5, to be in command of my own time. So this is Wayne's list of 5 limitless wishes, one of the exercises I would encourage you to do. It continues. It's just an exercise I'm doing to try to make some sense out of my life. I learned it from Johnson, that career consultant. So this is what you want most in life, she asks. Well, it's a start, I explain. I have to define what I want if I'm ever going to get it. Annette smiles. I like your list. Now I just have to figure out how to turn these dreams into reality. That's what the core competencies in future biography are all about. They're supposed to give me a sense of direction and validity. Annette skims the rest of the page. My core competencies. Number 1, organization skills, good at handling many things at once. Number 2, design skills, good at designing products out of wood. Number 3, manufacturing skills, good at making things accurately. And number 4, problem-solving skills, good at solving complex problems. And the next section is my biography in 10 years. And this was intended to be a stretch. It reads, Wayne Peterson is an inspiration to millions of people. Starting in his garage at the age of 52, Peterson built a family dynasty. Joined by his wife and 2 sons, Peterson has turned a small wood manufacturing business into an international giant. Peterson's story has been featured in many prominent entrepreneurial magazines, and his autobiography is a national bestseller. While still serving as chairman of the board, Peterson now spends the majority of his time addressing high school students and aspiring entrepreneurs on the topic of living your life's dreams. Wow, Annette says. Wouldn't that be nice? Well, Johnson encouraged me to stretch. Annette gets up from the table and grabs the coffee pot. Topping off the mug in front of me, she asks, "So now what?" "I don't know," I reply. "Johnson's coming back over here this morning to see my shop. He thinks we have a lot of potential." "He's been here before?" "Sort of," I explain. "He came by yesterday." Annette sets the coffee pot back on the burner. "I wish I could stick around. I'd like to meet the guy." "You will, Nettie. He's kind of hard to get rid of." So there's a little humor in this story, of course, and it's a wonderful relationship about a couple of grown men and Wayne's wife now, and the sons come into it in a little while in the story, to really help Wayne, now that he's focused, now that he's really come to terms with what he wants in life, make it happen. I'll leave the rest of the story up to you. It's a wonderful, soulful story, and it's been addressed in over 50 newspapers nationwide through syndication. It's a wonderful book. I invite you to read Reinvent Yourself: A Lesson in Personal Leadership, especially if you can relate to some of Wayne's challenges. All right, just what am I doing here? What's my real purpose in life? How am I supposed to be contributing to this world? So that's it for today. My tip simply being know your purpose. I'll come back again and I'll give you some more. Thank you.